who is your NBA style icon? Not who I thought you were going to say, but I can see the pick.
Who'd you think?
It's Lil Baby.
A lot of people are mad at Timothée Chalamet because I wouldn't say he's talking shit.
He's talking his shit.
He's talking his shit.
There's a difference, yeah.
And a lot of people are mad about that. And I'm very concerned as to why. Because it's not like he's like saying like, yo, I put my finger on y'all pictures and I'm better than y'all. Right? He's not saying, yo, I'm better than y'all. He's just saying, I guess the quote that I've been seeing is like, yo, the last like 6-7 years, I've been putting together like quality performances, like top of the line performances.
Yeah, he's been on a crazy run. Him and Zendaya, the both of them have had like monumental runs.
And that's why I don't understand the discomfort or hate with it, because I'm like, yo, we don't like Timothée Chalamet right now is like Drake in 2011.
Facts.
Is like LeBron after the Cleveland championship. Is LeBron during the Heat championship. He is in one of one category. Like there's no Timothée comp.
Yeah. No, you're right. I don't see a problem with it, but you know how the general public is. They don't like to see anybody gloat. They don't like to see anybody like give themselves flowers, right? They want to see people humble. Just like every time LeBron talks about him being the greatest, him being the GOAT, people are like, MJ would never say that. MJ would never say that. Everybody loves humility.
Is that true, though? Because, like, you used MJ as the example, right? MJ was talking shit to everybody.
Yes and no. He was talking a different level of shit. He was like, I think he was more talking shit about you never want to wake up the beast in that category. Never saying, oh, he himself is the greatest of all time. He would more so say, you personally, you can't guard me. But he would never say it amongst the masses, like, none of y'all can guard me. He would say specifically, you can't guard me.
I think it's so weird, though, that we police the way in which people assert themselves and assert who they are and their craft, right?
Yeah.
Because Timothée isn't, like, that's back to my original point. Timothée is not saying, yo, I'm better than y'all. He's saying, yo, I'm putting out quality hits.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because he is. I mean, look at his run recently. He's been going crazy.
Bro, you got the Dune movies.
Willy Wonka.
Mm-hmm. Then you got Marty Supreme, which is an Oscar contender.
I don't even know anything about that movie yet.
Bro,
I gotta watch a trailer or something.
You gotta see Tyler the Creator's in it. Like
I've only seen that one clip of him. I guess like jumping into a Zoom call. I think it was like a promo for the movie. But that was pretty much it.
Bro, he is putting out quality hits. Like again, like back to the thing. Like the comp is like, yo, he's Drake in 2011, and we don't have any problem with Drake in that time saying, yo, I'm next up.
Yeah.
Right? We have no problem with LeBron saying, yo, I'm the chosen one.
Yeah.
Right? Like, once you get there, like, yeah, people want to bring you down, right? But Timothée in that moment, in his moment, he is the one.
Yeah, I think I favor people who are down to talk their shit, that are confident in their craft. Like, if you're the best player in the world and you know it, go, be about it. I don't mind it.
I think what it comes down to is that, like, for creative fields, things that are subjective, you can't point at the thing and say scoreboard.
Yeah.
That's, I think, why people have a problem with it, right? Because they have more control over it, right?
Yeah.
Like, MJ didn't really need to say, yo, I'm the GOAT. He just needed to say, yo, look at the fucking rafters.
Yeah.
Right? Like, look at the rafters. That tells you I'm the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
But, like, again, it would be corny if Timothée started saying, yo, like, look at my box office numbers.
Yeah.
Right? Because people think that, yo, I have control over that because I am a consumer and I choose whether this box office number.
It's subjective. If you're not a fan of his genres of movies, you're just not going to watch it. So I get it.
But here's the thing. I know we don't have a problem with it, right? One way or the other, people are going to watch it. Right? It's like the same thing with Bron, right? Yeah. You can say that you hate Bron. You can say that you love Bron, right? Mm-hmm. One thing that you cannot deny is that Bron is going to pull numbers.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, his tickets already go crazy anywhere he goes. You know his MSG tickets are going wild right now. Nosebleeds are $300 at MSG when he comes because everybody's assuming he's retiring.
We'll get to that later, but
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the amount of times you're gonna see Braun on the court again are
Very slim.
You saw that Netflix is potentially buying Warner Brothers.
That big buyout.
I'm saying potentially, but the way that they announced it made it sound like it was
They
like a
already
done
did.
deal.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not a done deal.
It's not a done deal, but there's a contract on paper apparently, and anytime that happens, it's just legal formalities before they actually sign on the dotted line.
What do you think about it? You have an opinion?
Not a fan of monopolies, but also not against this one. It is what it is. I don't think this affects my day-to-day. I'm going to watch it regardless. And honestly, for optimizing my viewing experience, to have it all under one website, sure, fuck it.
I hate it, bro.
Why?
I hate it. As somebody who like goes to the movies like every week.
Yeah. You do?
I do.
Bro, I don't remember the last time I was in the theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I am the complete opposite. I go to the theaters like at least once a week. Yeah, once a
Shit.
week I watch whatever's coming out. Yo, there's just certain movies that deserve a big screen
Oh, 100%.
to be watched on.
I agree. Like, I think the last time I was in the movies was probably Sinners. And that was one of the examples, like you said, like it just needs to be on a big screen. Perfectly okay with that. But for me personally, for my taste, very few and far in between
but
where I need to see it on a big screen.
I think that's where my hesitancy on Netflix buying this lies, right? Because like you said, for the consumer, for the average consumer, sure, I don't care. I have Netflix. I'm already paying the monthly subscription. I would like to see Sinners as soon as it comes out, right?
Yeah.
But for the filmmaker who's making this for that type of viewing experience, you're robbing the experience
No,
from
100%.
so many, right? Like you use Sinners, perfect example.
Yeah.
You could tell based off of how Ryan Coogler made that movie that he expected you to see that in the biggest screen that you could find.
Yeah.
Interstellar.
Great movie. Seen it like twice.
Interstellar is not a movie that, sure, it's good. It's good on any screen. But Interstellar is what Interstellar is because of how massive that movie feels.
Yeah.
And I think what happens if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, which is arguably, I don't even know if it's arguably one of the biggest
One of the top three. Yeah.
top two makers of movies.
Yeah.
I don't think it benefits the film industry long term.
Unless they write something in the contract where they stipulate like X amount of movies need to be placed on the big screen and X go direct to streaming.
Bro, it just pisses me off because like as I'm thinking about this, I'm like thinking about this like further and further, and I'm like, yo, America just has like an incentive problem, right?
Yeah.
Because America no longer caters to the consumer. America caters towards an investor, right? Like it doesn't really matter whether somebody buys something anymore, right? The illusion of somebody buying something so you can go raise more debt and funnel more money into your business through private equity or any other type of debt, that is the only thing that matters. Like I think about that like a lot, right? When it comes to like America, let's use AI as the example. Even AI, right? Think about the things that are being marketed in terms of AI.
Mm-hmm.
It's things around content. It's things around production. It's things around consumers. We're not seeing like, yo, AI is about to solve cancer, or yo, AI is about to solve like world hunger. Like we're not seeing. Maybe it's happening, but that's not the conversation that's going on around AI.
Right.
The conversation around AI is around like things that humans should just be doing.
Yeah.
Producing content, playing with content, right? Like this, but again, that's not incentivized in America. In America, the only thing that is incentivized is can you make somebody buy something and keep them on the carousel of continuously buying something, then being in debt so they can work, so they can buy something that you're going to always push them.
Yeah.
Like that has become America's model, right? We don't innovate for the sake of betterment of society. We innovate so we can make some money from it. And everybody is participating.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me sad, bro. Like when I think about like even like our young, like think about what kids always do, right? Like what young people are going to. like the sharpest minds are not working towards our biggest problems. The sharpest minds are being touted a bag, and that's where they end up going. Like if let's just say you're the top of your class right now, graduating wherever. Are you going to go and try to solve cancer or fix the government? Or are you going to go work for like a Jane Street or like a Poly Market and make like 6 figures, like $500,000 right out of coming right out of college?
Yeah. It takes a very unique individual to want to go and fix the world's problems versus chasing a bag.
But it does, but it doesn't, right? It's this weird ecosystem that we've created. Again, it's an incentive problem.
Yeah.
Right? We've created this
It's
ecosystem.
also a debt issue because coming out of college, understand that a lot of these people are racking up debts. What's the quickest way to get out of debt? Get a fat bag.
America has made it feel to everyone that there's a scarcity in resources. So if you're somebody coming out, A, you have your debt. B, you want to take care of your family.
Yeah.
Those are all admirable and honorable and very human things.
Mm-hmm.
But America has basically set it up. I don't want to put that on just America. The world capitalism has set it up in such a way where your only option is to either chase that or be bereft of that and not have. Like they don't give you the option of both. They don't give you the option of,
it's one or
hey,
the other.
you can do good in the world and make good money so you can comfortably provide for your friends, your family, your whoever, yourself, your tribe, your kids.
Yeah. It's one or the other. And I feel like the majority of the masses are going to lean towards getting that bag just to survive.
I don't blame the user.
No.
I blame the person who made it that way.
Yeah. They're a product of their environment.
What was your AI tangent?
So, I've been playing Riftbound, right? The card game I told you about a while ago. Obviously, I want to get like super competitive on it. And one of my friends who's visiting from LA, he's big into AI and ChatGPT, and I kind of steered clear from it. Not for any like disdain of AI, just never thought to use it. For me, obviously, I'm not going to bed till like 5, 6 in the morning. Like I'm up late, and obviously nobody else is awake. And I was like, hey, I really want to work on my craft, work on this deck, and try to make it competitive. So I was like, all right, let me log on to ChatGPT and see what the vibe is. Started talking to ChatGPT, working out my deck and stuff. And, bro, the feedback that it provided in real time was insane. I went from a mediocre competitive standing to, like, a hyperactive competitive standing just because ChatGPT, like, really fleshed out everything I need to do.
Is this game solvable?
Yes. It's mathematics. It's all math.
Oh, so it's like there's a world where there's, like, perfect strategy?
There's optimized strategy, right? Because obviously RNG is a thing where if you don't draw the cards you need to draw, that can't be helped. But if you optimize your play, you enter like this really crazy flow state where the game just is like perfect for you. Yeah. So I was on it. A fan of ChatGPT now, exploring a little bit, getting my feet wet.
I'm starting to see like heavy rejection on it.
Yeah.
Like you saw McDonald's did a AI ad.
No, I didn't watch it.
McDonald's always does like their holiday ads.
Okay.
And this year they like made it a point to tell you that it was an AI ad.
Okay.
And I think they took it down.
That bad?
I think what's so funny? Like somebody tweeted this. They were like, this doesn't feel like an ad for McDonald's. It feels like an ad for AI. Like it's just so. Like you ever heard of like the uncanny valley?
Yeah.
When you look at something
where it looks human but not human.
I think, like, biologically, no matter how good AI kind of gets, there's something biologically that tells us this is not like us.
Yeah.
And that makes us feel strange.
There's a whole theory about the uncanny valley and how, like, it kind of got embedded into our DNA from, before prehistory was written and recorded, where there were creatures around that looked like humans but weren't really humans. And that instilled fear on us. It's like this whole cryptozoology deep dive that I've been into. And it's like to say, like, what if they were like gremlins or demons that kind of resembled humans 99.9% of the way, but there was always like one little thing off. And that's kind of what AI is. It's almost near perfect until that one little 0.1% ticks in your brain and tells you, yo, this might not be what you think it is.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I hope that theory is true, right?
Yeah.
Because I like to believe that, like, humanity and, like, humans were so perfectly biologically, like, not engineered, but almost biologically.
We might be engineered.
We might be engineered.
I'm a big believer in that.
Bro, God, like whichever way you want to look at it, right? God made us in His image, right? Like how perfect could it be, right? Because when you think about like the golden ratio and like human anatomy and like how perfect it actually is, and like how crazy the miracle of like life is when it comes to humans.
Yes and no. The evolution of us, yes, but think about it this way: we're on a death world. Everything on this world is trying to kill us. Between weather, between I guess bacteria, germs, and diseases. And even the wildlife, everything on this planet essentially wants to kill us.
No. But,
are we supposed to be here?
But that's different. That's different, right? Like, because what we're saying is that like we are perfect, right? Not that our environment is built perfectly for us, right? Because like we've survived, like through evolution, through technology, we have survived continuously, right? Like that is humanity at its core, right? Like that need or want to survive. Like we brought up Interstellar, right? That like refusal to die. Is like a very human thing.
Yeah.
Right?
The human will, yeah.
Since we took 1 week off of getting canceled, I guess.
Yes, I dodged it.
Gary dodged it. I will not. I will probably like lean into it. So I want to get into this like little mini rant because I like felt very strongly about this. It's like a little past its like shelf life, right? But I do want to address it. So there's a comedian, Zarna Garg. So her and her daughter did a podcast, and the podcast, their comments on the podcast made a lot of the internet mad, a lot of the South Asian internet mad. And the reason it made them mad is because I guess they had like pretty conservative views on this podcast. They basically said like most Indians are supporters of Trump. And I don't even really want to talk about like whether that's true or not. What I want to talk about is the outrage around her comments. Because everybody who's mad at Zarna Garg, I want to ask, are y'all really surprised? Like, be so honest. Are y'all surprised? Like, listen to Zarna Garg's comedy. Like, that reductive Indian accent, stereotypical comedy that's not reflective of me. That's not reflective of anybody most likely listening to this. Like, look at a Zarna Garg show. Look at the crowd. It's filled with white people and older Indians who she speaks for and represents. I think when people look at somebody with the same skin tone as them and the same background as them, they look at that as, that's my representation. Zarna Garg is not your representation. She represents the people in her crowd. White people, older Indians, who honestly, what she's saying may be spot on for them, right? Like the Prime Minister of India right now is a nationalist Prime Minister. It's their version of Trump. So what she's saying isn't wrong. She's representing her audience. I think, like, yo, Zarna Garg don't represent me. Like, Hassan Minhaj, probably more representative of me and my thoughts. Nimesh Patel, more representative of me and my thoughts. Zarna Garg speaks for an older, honestly wealthy demographic. And I think that I get the outrage because you want everybody who look like you to represent you in like the right way.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you see it inside like the Asian community. I'm sure there's people that you see in mainstream, Western mainstream, that you're like, this Asian person don't represent me. Are there people?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I feel like for people like us, right, that have had our cultures and our ethnicities so underrepresented for a long time, I feel like the masses want to reach out to any celebrity we have and claim them automatically just to say, yo, look, one of us is out there too, right? But I don't think that's necessarily the case, especially now in this day and age where we have so much representation, more so than the last 50 years. There can be bad representation too, or misrepresentation, right? Like you said, you can be a member of the same cultural background and ethnicity and not represent what I think my identity is, right? And an example of that right now is this whole Asian on Asian TikTok war that's going on between these big creators and the whole H Mart scandal where this Asian girl was talking about how she feels uncomfortable when she sees white people in H Mart. I'm not going to comment on it, but then these other larger full-blooded Asian creators chimed in, huge platforms, I think 10 million across, the three of them, started slandering this Asian girl for speaking her mind. And it's like, okay, I understand that you speak up highly for Asian rights and representation, this, that, and the third. But in this very moment, you're forgetting this girl is Asian too. She might be half, but she's still one of us. So why is it okay for you to defend white people, but then attack her for being Asian and feeling some type of way about white people? Like, I'm not of those values. Just because you're full Asian doesn't mean I need to align with you and not align with her because she's half Asian. And it's people like that take their platform and really spin it in a way where they're almost like weaponizing it. That kind of turned me off. It's like, all right, you no longer represent my values and my beliefs, right? Just because you're Asian and she's half Asian doesn't mean I need to back you up, right? Similar to what you said, different brackets. This comedian's representing a different tax bracket versus the other comedians who are representing more your values and your cores and stuff you grew up with.
I think that's an amazing point, right? And I want to expound on that, right? I think that it's okay for people to represent who they represent, but we shouldn't feel a way when they don't represent us.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody out there that represent you and your values. And honestly, rather than criticize the person that is in that mainstream that is getting that attention, your energy is probably better spent just finding and supporting the person who does align with your values, right? Like, if you're not a fan of what Zarna Garg and her daughter have to say on a podcast, go find somebody else.
Don't feed into it. There's no reason to. You're not going to change it.
You're not going to change it, right? Because here's the real rub. What she's saying, most of her fan base agrees with.
Yeah.
It's just all of the rest of us that look at her as a beacon of representation because she's brown as, oh, we're disappointed that she said that.
Yeah.
Her core audience don't feel that way. Otherwise, she wouldn't have said it. The H Mart situation.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel that way.
Yeah, no, like I said, there are tons of people that felt the way the original creator feels, right? Like, hey, this is our space. We've, had the space forever. You're coming in and you're gentrifying it. You don't belong here. And I get that. I respect that. Obviously, we all had our own, personal traumas growing up. But if you don't agree with her, why feed into the narrative and go on this like slanderous rant? It doesn't really. That's just bad energy being put out there.
Do you agree with that, though? Let's talk about the H Mart thing, right? Because what did she say? That she's not comfortable with white people being at H Mart, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to see, like, that's like the real like tricky part, right? Like, if you want to see H Mart grow.
I have my personal take on it, right?
What's your personal take on it?
Okay. So for me, obviously growing up, I grew up in the Greek Orthodox community. I went to Greek church, Greek school my whole life. And for as many good people there were just as many racist and bad people, which is fine. I grew up with it, and I don't have any trauma from it. It's just what it is, right? I think I don't hold on to that trauma, so I don't feel any type of way about somebody not of my culture trying to enjoy my culture. As long as you're trying to enjoy it in a way that makes me feel like you're embracing it and wanting to learn about it and curious about it. Now, if it's three non-Asians going out and trying to make a bubble tea brand, then it's like, all right, I'm going to look at you a little weird. But if you're a white guy, an Indian guy, a black guy, a Spanish guy going into H Mart because you genuinely want to learn about the culture, learn about the foods, how to make it, how to eat it, and this, that, and the third, yeah, I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for expanding my culture. Yeah.
I was going to say, wouldn't you assume that the white person in H Mart or the black person in H Mart or the brown person in H Mart is somebody who's trying to learn about a different culture, because why else are they in H Mart, right?
Well, I'm looking at it from my perspective, right? For me, I like to try a lot of different foods. I go to different restaurants, different like hole-in-the-wall spots in Corona, Elmhurst, Woodside, and obviously not all those are Asian spots. How would I feel if I'm going in trying to get like this ceviche from this Mexican spot and I get looked at crazy? And it's like, no, I'm just over here trying to enjoy this food.
That's the thing that like, I guess like the brown community and the Asian community are really going to have to like navigate in the coming years, right? Yeah. Is that if we want to see, especially in the West, if we want to see the growth of these cultures inside the West, we're going to have to figure out how other cultures participate in our culture, right? Because like that's happened. Like anything that you've seen gain a lot of success, the lot of success came because
Other cultures picked it up.
other cultures
Yeah.
picked it. Other cultures picked it up. Like let's use hip hop, which is always my favorite example, right? Like hip hop is obviously a black art form, right? It's a
100%.
black. Hip hop is black culture, right? But the mainstream success of hip hop comes from all the other cultures participating in it now, right?
Yeah.
Like go to any hip hop show right now. A majority of that audience is random white suburban kids.
Yeah.
That's why the performer is able to get the bag that they're able to get.
50% of Travis Scott fans.
Yo, and that's why Travis Scott gets the McDonald's bags, the Nike bags. Like they're not just giving it to him because, like, yo, you Travis Scott. They giving it to him because, yo, for every demo that we're trying to hit, you are the guy.
Yeah. I think a lot of the issues that stemmed from that original creator's videos were her traumas growing up and the injustices and racism she saw. But you also have to take that with a grain of salt because those same people that inflicted that trauma on you when you were a kid aren't necessarily the same people that are walking down the aisle in H Mart. It's not fair to compare apples to oranges.
I think that's like that again.
Yeah.
That's why I love New York, right?
Yeah.
Because like, yo, if you've grown up in such a diverse place, you've seen every kind of person, good and bad.
100%.
And you realize that there is no similarity. Sorry, there's no overlap on whether a good person is good based off of their race or a bad person is bad based off of their race. You realize like good, bad come in all shapes, colors, sizes.
I'll be the first one to say it, bro. Like some of my best friends are Asian, and some of the most hated people in my life are Asian. Right? There's good and bad in every culture. I'm sure you could say the same about brown people, right? It's just people are going to be people at the end of the day. There are good people in every race, and there are horrible people in every race. And to target those horrible people in that particular race and say it's because of their race is extremely unfair. Just do better.
Do better.
I think do better is the message.
Do better.
Yeah.
Where do we want to go? Yo, because we've been having so much fun having rankings.
Yeah.
So we're trying to think about like, yo, what should we go into next? And then I thought about it. I was like, who is your NBA style icon?
One? I get to pick one?
If I had you pick, who is the like we can have a larger conversation about like names that we could use in this, but who is your definitive NBA style icon?
Russell Westbrook.
I can see the pick. Not who I thought you were gonna say, but I can see the pick.
Who'd you think?
Let's use the names that we could use, right? I think Russell Westbrook is definitely up there.
It's a short list.
I think
It's a very short list.
I think. Let's see. Okay, so Russell Westbrook is definitely one of the names that needs to be in the conversation.
Easily.
I think AI.
Are we talking about style, like fashion, or are we talking about game changer, generational?
Yo, I
cultural
said style icon. That's why I really thought you were gonna say AI.
Okay, all right. For the cultural impact that he had, for me, it would be AI. But in my current, present life, it would be Russell Westbrook because I'm obviously deeper into the fashion game now. It's a little different for me.
Like whose fits you like now?
Exactly. But growing up, it was AI. I mean, AI is the reason I had cornrows. AI is the reason why I cut tube stocks and
You
wore
had
them.
cornrows?
I had cornrows, yeah. I have photos. It's really bad.
We're gonna put that in this clip.
We're not. Yeah, my close friends have the photos, which is so like incriminating. But AI, I mean, he was the guy that got me into basketball. Like I was cutting tube socks, wearing them during my AAU games on my arm because they didn't have arm sleeves back then. I had cornrows and the headband. I had the one singular what's it called, wristband, the wider ones I pulled up halfway. Like he was the mold for me. He was the prototype.
I think AI is like the accepted answer.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple other names that we could throw around. I honestly had to like when this topic came up, I had to like look. Kobe had some iconic fits.
Disagree.
Really?
Disagree.
I think the Kobe like I'm thinking about very specific fits. I'm thinking about like Kobe's fit. Obviously Kobe's championship jacket fit that like everybody tries to recreate. Like again,
That wasn't fashion. That was a moment.
I would say moment, but it's also like the jacket is like again. If you saw,
iconic,
if you saw that jacket, if you saw the jacket, you would be like,
you know what time it is.
You know what time it is, right?
Yeah.
I think when he wears Mike's jersey, that look. There's a couple.
Disagree.
What about like right now? I'm thinking like, SGA obviously gets his fits off.
SGA. All right, my short list: SGA, Westbrook, Braun.
I would put. I think I personally would put.
Not in that order, but those are top 3 for me.
I would put Braun in there. I would put Westbrook in there.
Uh-huh.
I would put Devin Booker in there.
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I think Devin Booker. I think you're probably not going to say that based off of like your fashion taste palette, because I think Devin Booker has like such like a elevated like if I wasn't me and I was just like dressing for certain occasions, I'd probably dress like I would try to dress like Devin Booker.
I mean, yes and no. I'm not necessarily going out trying to dress like Westbrook because I know I can't pull that off, right? There's this innate fashion style that some of these guys have that you can tell they are fashionable versus them putting on a fit because they're trying to be trendy.
So you would throw Braun in that? Because I think that like and that's a whole other topic in itself, right? I think there's a certain threshold that you have with like money that makes all of your fits like I don't even know if Braun is amazing at putting fits together. I just think that like the pieces that Braun has access to and is able to put on are just objectively hard.
Yes and no, because there are a lot of people that try to be these fashion creators in these NBA walkthrough tunnels, and they have access to pieces from whatever PR campaign or just from their bank account, and they still flop. Case in point, Halliburton. Halliburton can't dress. He's wearing expensive stuff, and the fits look dope because they're expensive, and he's able to afford them. But bro has no style, respectfully.
I'm curious how the internet is gonna receive that, right? Because like I think that like Westbrook like
leaps and bounds,
taste palette, and objectively like the things that he's able to get access to, right?
Yeah.
All of that. I think SGA is like leaps and bounds,
fashionable.
Right? I think he might.
Jordan Clarkson,
fashionable. Jordan Clarkson is very fashionable. Braun, I'm very curious as to how the internet takes that, right? Because I think that Braun has had some iconic, like, actually, I don't know if that's true. I think like Braun does, every time I see Braun in a fit, I'm like, this fit is good. But to me, I can't think off the top of my head like iconic Braun fits, right?
Braun has swayed a culture. Braun is one of the people that I could credit for dudes starting to wear Von Cleef bracelets. How many dudes do you know now that are wearing Von Cleef? A ton, right?
Do you associate that with Braun?
Braun was the first one to do it, or one of the first. With the Von Cleef stack. He had like 4 or 5 stacks. Got caught on the internet, became viral, and every dude out there started buying Von Cleef.
Next week, let's do, I want to do like music fashion icons next week, I think.
Oh, some good ones.
Yeah, I think like I think that there's like a couple because like I have like a bunch of friends that are obviously like designers, and like they have like their short list of like who they're trying to get their fits off to.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to have that conversation. Amazing. We're gonna do a different segment this going forward. I want to basically, me and Gary are 2 former semi-retired gamblers.
Semi-retired is crazy.
Semi-retired gamblers. Like we gamble in different ways now. Like this pod is a gamble, right? Like life is a gamble if you really look at it like that,
We're all
right?
degenerates somewhere or another.
We all degenerates in some way or the other. But with the popularity of like prediction markets and everything, right? I figured I would do more or less likely, right? So I'm gonna list something, the percentage that it's at right now, and we're gonna figure out if it's more or less likely.
Gotcha.
Right?
Let's rock.
So more or less likely, Jake Paul or Anthony Joshua. So Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua are fighting. Jake is at an 8% likelihood of winning. More or less likely that Jake wins.
The athlete in me wants to say less. The entertainment fan wants to say more.
I think
just because I watched the Tyson fight and I saw how fugazi that fight was.
I think Jake at 8% is a steal, and I would, if you could get it at, if you can, I think that Jake winning is a lot, the likelihood of Jake winning is a lot higher than 8%. I think if you factor in the fact that this is entertainment, I would give that right off of the bat like 15 to 20%.
Yeah, just after watching the Tyson fight, Jake Paul winning at 8% against Anthony Joshua should be closer to 25%.
That's just the entertainment angle.
Right.
And then yesterday, I'm looking at it, I'm like, Anthony Joshua is 36. Jake Paul is 28. And like, listen, like the whole like Jake Paul is a YouTuber shit. Like Jake has been
He can fight. He can fight for sure.
Jake been training for a minute.
Yeah,
Anthony Joshua is at the back half of his career.
But that's still a grown ass man though. 36 is not like 56. He can still fight.
Yo, but again, we use the entertainment angle, right?
Yeah.
I think that there's a world, if enough money is involved, where Jake Paul knocks out Anthony Joshua. Yo, everybody said it about Mike Tyson. Everybody said it about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
But that whole fight was a big throw.
But that's the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Aren't all of these a big money grab?
Yeah.
All of these are. Any fight involving Jake Paul is a money grab.
100%.
Like that's what they're all there for, to make a bag.
Yeah.
And I think that, listen, there's a world where Jake Paul might knock out Anthony Joshua. I just don't. I don't know about. It might not be more likely than not,
Yeah.
but I think it's more likely than 8%.
I'll give you more than 8%. I'll round it out at 20.
All right, bet. More or less likely, LeBron retiring by next NBA season. That is currently at 33%. Do we think it's more likely or less likely than 33%?
That he retires at the end of next season or the beginning?
He retires before next season.
I think it's a 50-50.
I think it's less likely.
Nah, because he's coming to the back end of his career. His son's in the league. He's 2 years in the league now. LeBron has done everything he needed to do in his career, minus chasing Mike. You think he's going to drag it out for another 2 years?
You think? Well, so the clarification is that this is before next NBA season.
Right. He announces it. He's going to announce it before the season. Let's get that clear because he's
Okay.
going to want his flowers and go on this retirement tour.
No, but that's exactly why it can't happen before next NBA season. There's no world where LeBron retires before getting his Kobe-like retirement tour.
He'll do one more season after the retirement. He'll announce it before the season.
No. But this is whether he retires, not an announcement.
Oh,
He would have to retire before next season.
No shot. 0%.
0%. Less likely than 33%. Because
0%. LeBron's going to want his flowers.
if you think there's a world where LeBron retires without getting an entire farewell tour the way that Kobe did,
No shot.
that is not at
No
33%.
shot. No.
That is at 0%.
33% is so hot. Bro, not even 1%. I would bet against the house.
I'm so betting against that.
Yeah, that's insane. That's a bad number.
Okay, cool. SGA to win MVP is at 46% right now.
Lower.
You think it's less likely?
Less likely because of the politics involved. Same reason why LeBron got robbed of 2 MVPs, one by Steve Nash. You can't have the MVP winning the MVP every single year because then if you factor that in, LeBron should have won like 5-6 in a row.
But
That can't happen.
But for SGA, like SGA is going to be like that Thunder team is going to probably have like the most wins ever. He's going to be the best player on that Thunder team. How is SGA not the MVP? Because I get the LeBron example, right? But SGA, like this is what, MVP number 2?
2, and if he wins another Finals MVP, it'll be back-to-back on both.
On both. So
both.
SGA, I think SGA is allowed to back-to-back it. Like Bron, the issue was like, yo, he was about to like 4-peat on MVP,
Yeah.
right?
And the year they stole it from him, Steve Nash's numbers were not that good.
No, but again, I think like a lot of MVP is based off of like your team and your contribution to it, right?
Yeah.
So that Suns team was hot. Here, the only hot team in the NBA right now is the Thunder. And if it's gonna go to the best player on the best team that adds the most value, it's gonna be SGA.
Jalen Brunson's making a case. I'm just saying.
Jalen Brunson is not getting MVP. I'm sorry. Listen.
He's making a
as
case.
much as I would love to see Jalen Brunson
He's
get
making
MVP,
a case. Put some respect on his name. He's making a case.
I know as New Yorkers we would love to see that. I just don't think that JB gets it.
If JB wins a championship, he's getting Finals MVP.
Did you see
And a fucking statue.
You saw the JB kicks that got announced, the Kobe's?
No, I didn't see it.
Bro, beautiful.
Which Kobe's though?
Beautiful.
Which number?
Damn, I'm gonna fuck that up. I don't even know.
I gotta
but
see. If they're 4s, I'm in there.
They're,
5s and 6s, I can't wear.
I think he's calling them the Liberty, the color
Yes, I did see that. Those are 5s.
5s.
5s or 6s, I remember. I remember them not being 4s because 4s are my favorite Kobe's.
Bro.
Yeah.
The color palette on that is incredible.
So that same like teal blue color, the Croc store in Soho has a New York exclusive Croc with that color. They call it like Liberty Blue or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite colors.
Bro, one of the best colored shoes I've ever seen, right? Like I saw that come up on my timeline and I was like, I just got a new basketball kit because I was like, yo, is this just worth the cop?
Yeah.
But I also
100%.
yes, but I'm also assuming that New Yorkers are gonna buy that shit out, and that shit I'm gonna have to get.
Well,
on the
what's great
resale
about
market.
shoes now, the whole market tanked, so everything's mass produced. There's no resale market as much anymore. Like there's easier access to sneakers now.
So I heard about that right
Yeah.
through like sneaker Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Is that just true for old drops and old inventory? Because my assumption is that new drops are still gonna have a certain level of demand that allow a resale market.
So the resale market is going to survive regardless, but because of production numbers now and that many people leaving the sneaker game, accessibility has become a lot easier. It's not like it was 10 years ago where you couldn't get a pair of Jordan 1s. God forbid you have to go in the resale market and pay 3x value. Now you might pay like 1.5x. But it's definitely a lot easier to get sneakers now. Nobody's camping out. There are no bots. I mean, there are still bots, but there are no drops anymore that everybody goes crazy for. Very few and far in between.
Bro, economy is also just fucked up. Like I don't think that that's the only market that's gonna crash. Like I think that there's a lot of like luxury goods that I think
Luxury goods. Pokemon, it's crashing as we speak now.
Really?
Yeah, badly. Yeah. Pokemon, TCG. Obviously, there are going to be a couple of cards that are always going to be top tier that are never going to be touched. But over the landscape of TCG as a whole, a lot of that market's crashing right now. Yeah. And everybody saw it coming.
Bro, economy's fucked up, right? Like when economies are good, people could buy Pokemon TCG cards. People can buy shoes at 3x retail, right? When economies are bad, people are just trying to figure out how to get to the next meal, bro. Like it's fucked up. Like and I don't think like to our conversation from last week when Joe and his manager say that about podcasting, I don't think they're just talking about podcasting. I think there's a lot of fat and a lot of bullshit that exists inside the economy that's going to start getting trimmed out.
You have to understand that everything is predicated based on economics, right? Like the stuff that we do, like the amount of money we're able to spend to come do this, to travel into the city, to spend our time and energy doing this. When is that not important anymore? It's when the economy crashes and then we have to, allocate our resources in a more survival-based manner, right?
Bro,
so then this gets cut off.
What we do is a luxury good.
Pure luxury, yeah.
Like it's a luxury. It's a luxury good for us to produce this, and it's also a luxury good for somebody to consume this, right? Because entertainment is a luxury good, right? Like for you to have free time to go watch or listen to anything that consumes an hour of your time, that's a luxury.
I feel like a lot of people don't understand time is currency, right? And you're spending your currency watching this. Shout outs to everybody who's watching. But also on the flip side, we're spending our time making this, producing this, editing this. And you're doing a bunch of stuff on the back end, right? And all of it is costing time and actual money, right? So once the economy crashes, Pokemon cards out the window, sneaker shopping out the window, fashion out the window, this out the window.
Hey, spooky hours. Thank y'all for listening. This was We Felt That. Peace.